Hello, my name is Ryan Lenney and I am the marketing officer here at Stratford East. I started working here last October and I had been to the theatre before. I came to see Fantastically Great Women Who Changed the World here. And that was my first experience of the venue. And then when I looked to move to London, because I previously lived out in the countryside, and saw there was an opportunity here, I went for it and here I am. What I really like about working here is that it's such a community vibe, like inside the building and out. Like there's a real camaraderie that works through everyone in the building, and there's such a team building for ourselves, like as a theatre, but also for the community that we serve. And there's such a poignancy on that to serve the community, to provide for the community. It's scratch their backs, scratch our backs, work collaboratively together. And I think that's a really unique thing that some other theatres and the arts as an industry is lacking at the moment. And I think we're really pioneering that. Well, my first performance I worked here is obviously impactful, but for multiple reasons. First, it was my first one here, and that was Pinocchio, the pantomime. The second of it's the first ever pantomime I ever worked on. I had never done anything to do with pantomimes before, having been in theatre and Amdram for many years. So that being my first pantomime was very special. And that was followed straight after by Animal Farm, which was also quite special because it ended up being Olivier Award nominated. So it was my first time working on an Olivier Award nominated production. What sets Stratford East apart is absolutely the programming here. It's so heavily focused on raising voices of people that don't have a space out on like the mainstream of the West End. There is so much work here that gets put on by people of colour, by trans people, by Palestinian people, people that have immigrated here. There is such a key focus on telling really important and ultimately human stories, and really using theatre as a form of therapy as well as a fun expression of art. And there's a real heart in that. And I think that there's a lot of theatres that could learn a lot from the beating heart of Stratford East.